This is 20 quid and worth every penny. Okay, coming in from Teckin is the TC100. This is a little indoor camera that Teckin have sent over for me to have a quick look at. It's a £20 camera and it has these things inside it: Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. Now, I have to say, for $19.99 I don't have high hopes. However, for $19.99 this might just be something that, you know, you could throw into somewhere that you want to keep an eye on and not have to break the bank in order to do so. So we're going to get her out of the box and set her up and have a look and see how she does. Now, full disclosure, I did not pay for this. Teckin has asked for my honest opinion and I will give it. And whilst I don't have high hopes, I will say whether or not it's terribly good, but given that it's £20, you can't really go too wrong with it. We have a 1080 full HD picture, night vision and a 20 quid camera. That's terrific. Cloud storage, motion detection, two-way audio and app control. Okay, we have how to get the apps from Google Play Store and Apple Store, so it is all above board. There doesn't seem to be one of those dodgy apps that you have to download from a Chinese website. It's on the official stores, which is kind of cool. So let's get in and have a look around and see how much or what you get for 20 quid. We get a quick start guide on the top with stuffs. Oh, it's got a wall mount as well. Handy. So it's probably worth mentioning at this stage that it isn't actually waterproof or anything, so this is an indoor camera, first and foremost. It has two-way audio plus motion detection inside, a desk stand, wall ceiling mount, and an action mode for babies and elderly, so well, I guess that works with the motion controls. We have a USB. Here it's micro, but for something that you're installing and forgetting about, I'm not going to mark it down for having micro on there. You don't really require too much, and you probably have a few micro USB cables knocking around, rather than use, if that was to break or you were to lose it, you might not want to have to use one of your precious USB Type-Cs. Okay, that's a 3M sticky bit, and then the camera itself. That's the only thing that's in there, just the camera. Right. To be honest, it's not bad looking. The plastic is very, very light. The whole unit is very, very light. It doesn't scream out cheap plastic. It is a slightly superior plastic, but obviously not as high quality as something that Samsung may build. Round the back here we have a little bit of a grill here for the speaker. Then there's a reset button up there. That must be the wall mount, which must be built into this somehow. And then the USB connector there. There's a micro SD card slot on that side. Nothing on this side. And it wobbles like that. There's little feet underneath. It's quite nicely done here. It does look quite attractive. It's not an unpleasant camera to look at. Sticking in that glossy plastic really makes a difference. We have a sensor of some description there, maybe that's a microphone, and then the camera itself, for which this has a 110-degree wide-angle lens, so it should pick up a decent amount. Not huge, but a decent amount. It goes on to the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, as you would probably expect. The range is about 32 feet, and it has 6 IR LEDs built in for the night vision, which I'm kind of curious about. That twists like so. So it does go a full 360 degrees. You can whirl it round, but obviously it's not motorized. The QR code takes us to the Teckin app, which allows us to install it. Some equipment specialized. We'll grab it. It's got 10k of installs so far. 2.5 out of 5 after only 88 reviews. I ordered a Teckin camera for my tortoise from Amazon. I hooked up well and connected in about an hour, and nothing shows up on the camera, just a blank screen. But they get back to her, so yep, obviously if there's bugs or people have problems setting it up, the company does get back, which is Long Tour Photography Company. Okie doke, well that's a good sign for the company so far. They do get back to their queries. So we open her up and we get a nice logo. We have to sign up. I won't bore you with this bit. Alright, so that's us. We're looking to add the device, and one of the things I haven't done is plug it in yet. We have a little red light at the bottom there that I thought was the sensor, but it's just an LED. I'll turn it that way so you can see it actually going. And we're going to add device. So obviously the company does plugs, switches, power strips, lights, light strip, and there's no camera on there. Ah, okay, we went back and we hit add camera. There we go, camera. We have a red flashing light. Turn on location permission to retrieve Wi-Fi details, okay. And we have to hold a QR code. Wow, the speaker's terrific. And we're pairing. The little flashing light's getting faster. Wow. Yeah, so the lady sounds like she might have some medical condition. We're going to hit Office and Next. And there's firmware, and new firmware. Great, that's a good start. And it adds support for the Amazon Assistant. And you can search for the Teckin Cam skill to enable it. It will support Google Home in 1 week. Aha, that's going to be a bit of an issue. So the camera has gone offline while the firmware update is happening. We'll just let it do that. Okay, so that took maybe about 5 minutes. And we can tap and see an image. If we turn it around, we could point it at the camera and myself. Hello. And have a look and see the quality. It's pretty good, to be honest. It really isn't too bad at all. I would not say this is 20 quid's worth of camera at all. Now, if you look at the screen, it is particularly dark and there is a big white light here. Yet it's able to pick up my face quite well. It's not looking directly into that light. No, it's looking directly into that light. Okay, the one that's behind the camera, yeah, because the camera's here too. You can't pick up too much of the detail on the front of the camera, but you can pick up my face. Which is incredible because that's looking directly into the white light from there. Ooh, okay, so we're going to turn it around to Ash here and have a wee look at Ash. And yeah, I guess you could say it's a wee bit washed out, but the colours are, if we turn her around to the books, we've got the Indiana Jones logo looking particularly good there. Oh my. Right, okay. I'm honestly quite... I'll take a picture of that. How do we take a picture of that? Recording. Okay, so it's now recording. If I was to turn it around like that, hopefully I'll be able to get this video out and install it into this video, so you're not just watching it on this. It's not laggy in any way. It appears to be fixed focus. It's quite smooth on the video side of things. There we go, we've saved a video there. If I hit that, photographing. Oh, okay, we hit the photographing to get a photograph. Okay, that makes sense. We'll go in a bit closer and we'll take a photo. And we'll turn her back round again and aim it into the light, just because I'm pretty amazed that this is doing better than some camera phones do at balancing. Look at that. There's another picture there. Talking. Okay, we'll allow. Hello there.
Hello there.
Can you hear me? Right, okay, well, we'll not do that again. The speaker's not too bad. It was whenever I set it up initially and the lady was shouting at me about pairing and things like that, but whenever you were to actually do two-way communication, the speaker's pretty good. This is quite excellent, actually. I'm really very impressed with the quality of this for 20 quid. Have I said this is 20 quid on Amazon? And I do believe there's actually a... Yes, there's even 15% off at the moment, so that drops the price down to 15% less than 20 quid. If only I had Ted Salmon here to be able to work that out for me, because he's a math whiz. So I'm really honestly quite impressed. What options do we have? And we'll come out of that because it's got some personal information about how to get onto the camera. Audio, video, we can rotate the image, we can have automatic night vision, which we could test now, I suppose, by turning off the lights. Oi, God, turn off the sun. Thank you. Right. Yeah, night vision works quite well. I look like a deer. I do. I've got scary eyes. We'll record this and we will move this around. I suppose turning it that way is going to head toward the light a bit more. It's a bit darker in this corner. Night vision is particularly good. Okay, God, turn the sun back on. Thank you. Alright, so there we're back to regular quality, although night vision hasn't turned off yet. Maybe it takes a minute. Ha! Night vision isn't turning off. Nuts. Even though there's a big white light pointed directly at it, but maybe that's... Alright, well, that's probably one of the things they're going to address in a future firmware update. Looking further through, so we have the camera on off. We can turn the camera off manually ourselves. There, we turned night vision off ourselves. LED indicator, we can turn that off so that it's not quite as obvious that it's on. Synchronize time. I'm not bothered with that right now. Motion detection, how does this work? So we've got sensitivity, medium, low, medium or high, and a schedule. Doesn't look like we can select an area. If we hit low, we change to medium, no, or high, nope. We'll keep it at low just for the time being. And then we can put in a schedule to see how long it stays. We can schedule how often it turns on and whenever it does. Sound detection, kind of handy. So it'll turn on whenever it detects a window breaking or something like that, if that were to happen, unfortunately. Sharing camera, we can add in other people's email addresses. And then the storage as well, so there's no SD card in there. We do have cloud services that we can have. Teckin has a 7-day, 15-day and 30-day motion tracking full-time video storage solution. So let's check out the prices. We go on to there. We've got the free, which is 24-hour recordings with events and privacy. Event recording is $1.90 a day, which is actually reduced at the moment. So there's our prices. There's their prices there. So there's their prices there. And then 24/7, it gets expensive. $165 for the yearly plan with a 30-day playback. Right, okay, so maybe that's why the camera is so cheap, yet good quality. Okay, so motion detection is kicked in. It's seen me moving around in front of it with the phone. Excellent. I am quite impressed. And it's obviously I made a quip about how the cloud services, how they're making their money. Yet they've included a micro SD card, so you don't have to go down the cloud service route. Micro SD might not be as reliable as cloud service, but then cloud service is only reliable if you've got a reliable wireless connection. There's obviously no Ethernet here. So if someone was to take out your Wi-Fi, then break into your house, you're a bit scuppered. Micro SD card, much, much cheaper, and can probably record an awful lot more. Yes, I'm really impressed. At $19.99, this is a pretty good piece of hardware. It really is. It may not look like much, but it's 20 quid. Fantastic. You can get a whole bunch of them and stick them around the house and just forget about them. So nice one, Teckin. Good quality product there. Very impressed. Yeah. Alright, so thanks very much for watching. So remember to check out the Tech Addicts podcast on a Sunday afternoon, and indeed Talk Sport on a Tuesday night or Wednesday morning at midnight for Inspect Your Gadget. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Give us a wee thumbs up if you fancy. And other than that, take care.